Nagorno-Karabakh authorities say that no contact with forces left at Kachtisaberd and Hin-Taghar, working with Russian troops to establish their whereabouts. Yesterday, Azerbaijani sources claim about 100 Armenian combatants were captured as POWs. Relatives of Armenian military that were surrounded at Karabakh blocked highway at Shirak region of Armenia, demanding action from authorities. Protesters shut down Gyumri-Bagra to Georgia and Gyumri-Yerevan roads, demanding action from authorities in situation with captured Armenian combatants. Protesters stormed and entered territory of Armenian Ministry of Defense. Protesters are demanding from authorities action and clarification of situation with captured in last days Armenian combatants in Hadrat region. Protesters against Pashinyan brought his effigy to the house of the government. Defense Minister and Chief of General Staff of Armenia agreed to meet with relatives of the missing, captured combatants. Big group of Armenian combatants left Kachtisaberd pocket. Nagorno-Karabakh Ombudsman confirms about 60 Armenian combatants were captured by Azerbaijani troops. Armenian PM Pashinyan claims that Russian troops are blocked at Hin-Taghar HT's Aberd area. Azerbaijani Ministry of Defense published video from Boyuk Taglar village. Protesters in Yerevan chant, "Nicole, you are traitor." Armenian PM Pashinyan, there should be no Azerbaijani or Armenian military in Hinshen village, only Russian troops, and the village will remain Armenian. Armenian PM Pashinyan, there are issues of delimitation in Sinyak province as the highway breaches Armenian border, and we want to secure functioning of this road. Russian Defense Ministry denied information about the encirclement of Russian troops in Karabakh. 136 Turkish military personnel from the Special Mine Search and Cleaning Teams arrived in Azerbaijan today to take part in the demining process in Karabakh. An officer and 3 Sudanese soldiers were killed in an attack by an Ethiopian militia in the east of the country. 4 Sudanese army personnel were killed and 12 wounded during clashes with Ethiopian forces on the border. Second Libyan mission in 2 weeks for a NATO drone departed from Sigonella AB. The mission is in progress in these minutes. The Security Council calls for the withdrawal of foreign fighters and mercenaries from Libya. Very extreme intense tensions in IRGC-held areas between Al-Tanif base and Al-Bakamal and Al-Mayadin, with IRGC putting up artillery on the entrance of all towns and villages on the west bank of the Euphrates River at the Badia entrance, with Russian military police sending tanks. Dead and wounded militia of the government and Russia as a result of clashes between them and ISIS operatives in the Etheria Desert in the eastern Hama countryside. YPG forces tries to seize a Peshmerga point near Sahela on the Kurdistan region border with northern Syria, Syrian Kurdistan. Clashes lasted for an hour and a half, Secretary of Peshmerga Ministry said during a press conference this morning. More than 50 YPG fighters tried to infiltrate into the Kurdistan region from northern Syria, Rojava Syrian Kurdistan, clashed with Peshmerga forces deployed on the border near Sahela, Peshmerga official. A report issued by the Israeli National Security Institute stated that the situation in southern Syria, and the Iranian-Russian struggle for influence in this region, requires intervention by Israel. Al-Raqqa, 2 members of pro-Assad forces were killed in an attack targeting a military vehicle in the vicinity of the town of Rusafa in the southwestern countryside. Khamenei, Martyr Soleimani defeated the Front of Arrogance both during his life and with his suicide attack. The U.S. president said they spent $7 billion in the region without achieving anything. The U.S. failed to achieve its goals in Syria and Iraq. The hero behind this major task is General Soleimani. SDF counterterrorism units with support of AT coalition carried out a security raid targeting Daesh sleeper cells north of Deir al-Zor on December 15. A cell member was captured in the operation. Derek, sources in the People's Defense Units (YPG) have denied allegations by the Deputy Minister of Peshmerga of Kurdistan region, that YPG forces had attacked Peshmerga positions on the northern Syria-KRG border. A detailed statement will be released later according to source. The SDF has recovered 2 rifles, a bandolier, 2 grenades and 10 magazines of ammunition that belonged to 2 killed Suleiman Shah fighters who tried to infiltrate Muallaq near Ain Issa. The TFSA missed the weapons when they collected their dead. TFSA tried again to infiltrate near Muallaq to get to the M4 last night. Failed again. Al-Kamilia camp, near the village of Kafr Bani, north of Idlib, many tents flooded due to the heavy rains.
من أول أسبوع في هذا الشتاء. هذه إحدى الخيم التي اخترقتها المياه من الأسفل ومن الأعلى. أرض الخيمة أصبحت وحل مع مي بسبب عدم وجود إجماش بأرض المخيم. لله الأمر من قبل ومن بعد.
Today clashes for control of several villages of Ethiopia ended after several days, following ISIS withdrawal. A soldier was also killed by an mine IED and 3 more wounded in Hama Desert. Another one was killed yesterday in Raqqa countryside. South Syria, today Kenitra province witnessed another IED attack, killing this time a NDF fighter, Golan government NT, in Jabba. Al-Hasakeh countryside, little girl dies of injuries sustained in grenade explosion in Al-Darbasia. Syria, yesterday rebels managed to snipe another soldier on Idlib front. Ten NDF members killed and injured in western al-Raqqa. Autonomous Administration of North and East Syria is implementing a project to secure the water needs of the city of Hasakeh, as well as a large area of its countryside, amid a water crisis caused by Turkish-backed forces cutting off water to the region. The U.S.-led coalition stated that their forces, in coordination with the Kurdish-led Syrian Democratic Forces (SDF), carried out a joint operation to combat smuggling near the town of Hal, in northeastern Syria. The terrorist organization PKK should not be present in northern Iraq's Kurdistan Regional Government (KRG), British Consul General in Erbil James Thornton has stated. Iraqi PMF shuts down 6 of its unauthorized headquarters in Baghdad and arrests those operating them. In Baghdad, unknown gunmen assassinate protest activist. Observation cameras were broken. Press release regarding the visit of H.E. Fuad Hussein, Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Iraq, to Turkey. Inherent resolve, the Iraqis assisted by the coalition through intel sharing and air support, conducted 150 defeat day shops in the last 6 months, arresting 250 militants and killing 50 others. Our Iraqi partners, supported by the coalition, are a lethal combination against Daesh. Peshmerga official, this year we all saw how the PKK handed over granted Heftinan Mountains to Turkey. KRG frequently requested PKK to leave those areas and allow border guards to be deployed. PKK refused to allow that. Derek, sources in the People's Defense Units (YPG) have denied allegations by the Deputy Minister of Peshmerga of Kurdistan region, that YPG forces had attacked Peshmerga positions on the northern Syria-KRG border. A detailed statement will be released later according to source. Iraqi Oil Ministry announces that fires at 2 oil wells have been extinguished in Kirkuk province. Wells were attacked by improvised explosive devices a week ago. In Baghdad, U.S. Embassy shoots down drone belonging to Baghdad Operations Command. Embassy believed the drone belonged to militias. Al-Kazemi demands that those responsible for the security failure in the recent assassinations be held accountable. Iraqi security media cell, 2 militants killed in clash with security forces supported by helicopter-carried troops in Wadi Horan of Anbar province. Baghdad Operations Command denies shooting down its drone. Iraq Army and police repelled multiple attacks by ISIS at Ahmed Tahir, Tatak, and Hussein Mumma villages west of Konakeen. Iraqi Human Rights Commission warns of the return of the targeting and assassinations of university professors and academics after the assassination of Mason University professor and an academic. Call for government protection.